Hi, I'm Ali and a warm welcome to the Ceramic Repair Studio. Now in today's video I have a very large fish platter, you can see here, and the end part of the tail is broken off. So we've got two pieces, and as you can see it's quite large and slightly at a funny angle. So I'm going to show you how I would actually glue it and prop it up so it can actually cure and set with gravity. So before I do though, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, and let's get going. Right, so to mix the glue, I have an old pot top here, bottle top, which I collect, really useful for mixing glue and paint, and also have here a cocktail stick. I'm using some titanium dioxide powder just to knock back so it doesn't become yellow, the glue, after a while. Not necessary, but I'm using it because it's a white piece. And the glue I'm using is Araldite, and it's a two-part, and it is a slow curing glue. Oh, and you'd also need some Scotch tape. Prefer Scotch tape to sellotape because it doesn't leave a residue at the end. So first of all, I'm going to take the Araldite, and we're going to just literally add in just a little bit here, and you mix it in the same percentage, so half of one part and half of the other, always remembering to straight away put on the lid back on, and then the other part. And then what I like to do first is to just mix first of all with the cocktail stick, and you'll know when it's nicely combined because it becomes slightly almost like a cloudy colour. Now this is the point where if you don't have any titanium dioxide powder, you can just start applying. Otherwise, if you do have any titanium powder, you're just going to apply a little bit. If you put too much in, it will actually weaken the glue. So just a little bit with a cocktail stick, just to knock back any yellowing. And then we'll just mix that up and combine it. Okay, so now we're ready to actually apply onto our fishtail. And again, because it's a funny shape and angle, because we need really gravity, we're going to prop it up literally with a couple of cushions. So we'll get going now. Right, so now you can see I've got a chair here and a couple of cushions. Now sometimes you can prop it up in various by books and bowls, all depending on the piece, how large it is. And so with this, for instance, because it's so large, I've got two cushions here and I'm placing it in the middle. And then just to try out, to make sure it's correct, I'm just going to place my piece just to look at it, to see where it's going to be placed, and it's quite a tricky piece, and to see if we're roughly at the same place. So it's literally holding without glue, so I know this is a good position for it to set in. So I'm taking this piece away and I'm just going to glue one side. So here we have our glue here, and we start to apply just one side. Now you don't want to apply on both sides, because if you do both sides it tends to almost be like a magnet. It would actually work against each other. So you just want one side to be literally covered with the glue, and you don't want it to be too thick, otherwise it's going to leak out everywhere else. But obviously every part does need to be completely covered. So just get right into those crevices. And a bit more here. And I was just using the cocktail stick. Yes, sometimes I've had things propped up in cupboards with books. It just depends on the angle and the piece. So once we've covered everything in glue, I'm just going to take the other end of the cocktail stick and I'm just going to make sure that we haven't got any surplus glue there. So just go over again. Also make sure that everything is been covered. So once we've done that, I'm just going to very gently apply, and it's a funny angle, this one, to our piece. And I'm just going to hold it there in place. And then I'm taking our Scotch tape here, taking a piece off, and then I'm just folding a little bit over. So when it comes to taking it off, it'll be really easy. So I'm just gently pressing, making sure there's nothing surplus, holding on to one part, one side, and then pressing down so we get a really good tight fit. And then again on the other piece, folding over, placing just on one part, and then just pulling tightly. And then I'll just go on the other side as well with a couple of pieces, folding and then holding, placing and placing on there. Now the Araldite I like to leave for a good 24 hours for it to cure, and then we can take off the tape, and then after that it's then ready for filling in, because I can see there are quite a few pieces here which are missing, so we can fill in any of those cracks. And again, just push it to make sure it's nice and tight. And I'm now going to leave this in this position literally for 24 hours, and then that should be ready for the next stage. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please subscribe if you found it useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, bye.